So we said that templates have module positions. Each template, unfortunately, has its own set of module positions. Some are pretty standard, like left, right, footer, breadcrumbs, but they can have different names. It depends on what side of the bed the guy woke up on that day. So we can put modules in there. We can put whatever modules we want. We can make custom modules, which we already did, which is where we put our own content in there, and we just say, hey, show that on the left. We can create modules that show the latest upcoming events. If we're using a calendar, we can pull information from that calendar and say, hey, these are the next events for the next week, and show that on the right if we want. So if you want to see what all the options we have are, we have, go to the back end, go to extensions, and go to module manager. Okay? This shows you the modules we already have set up, although most of them are not published right now, and click on new. Okay? What this shows you is a list of all the options that are there right now, depending on what you have installed on your site, for creating a module. Okay? So a random image shows a random image. A menu shows a menu. Latest events, JEvents, if we were using that calendar extension right now, this would show a list of the latest events, which is actually the upcoming events for this calendar. Okay? And Google Calendar has the same kind of thing. Custom HTML is basically the simplest thing, which is basically just saying, hey, I want to create my own module with either my own text or image or both. Maybe it'll have a link in it, maybe it won't. And I want to display it somewhere in one of the module positions. Okay, so it's a very simple thing that you can do. It sounds complicated, custom HTML, but it's actually not. Just saying, it's just like creating a little article. I can put it anywhere I want, any module position. And that's what that is. Login, if you wanted the login box, because you need people to log into your website to access certain things, you would publish a login box, and it would show up on your front end. So this is what modules do. They show little pieces of information, sometimes that you created yourself, like a custom module, or that come from someplace else, like latest events, which is pulling from the calendar. Sometimes they can show RSS feeds from other websites. These are all options that are there. When you have other things installed, these options might change a bit. But this is the default plus a few other things that we've added in. Okay? So, yes?
Now the template has a site on it where a module could go. Could you have more than one module?
Yes. Mm-hmm. In fact, we do. On this one right here, on the left-hand side, let me get rid of TP=1. These are both in the left position. And these are two separate modules right here. These are both left. You can have as many in a position as you want. Okay?
Another important point about modules, you can have a module displayed on one page, but not on the other. Okay? So for example, if you wanted to have just as an example, if you wanted to have a calendar, and it may have nothing else on the page, because that's a big piece of content just by itself.
She's not talking about a module for a calendar, she's talking about the actual calendar as the actual item. So let's say you had a menu item going to a real calendar like this. So you might not want to show your modules on the side at that point, because you might want to have everything just be the calendar. In that case, you would say, don't show it on that page. Don't show it on the calendar page.
Okay. And tomorrow you can probably show how you disable it on other pages. You have custom modules.
Okay, so we're going to create another custom module right now. Just to show you again. So I clicked on custom HTML. I gave it a title. Somebody give me a title, please. Somebody? Anybody? Need a title?
So what are you trying to do?
I just need a word. Cats. Okay. So we're gonna show the title in this case. But we're only gonna show this on. We're gonna choose select menu item from the list. We're only gonna show this on the amenities page, or whatever page you want to show it on. Okay. Custom output is just like writing an article. You can insert an image, you can create links, you can do whatever you want.
Okay, just slow down just 1 second. Show it where that was on the X.
When you click up here, it says menu assignment. Now the way the assignment works is it's per menu item. Okay, so you have to have a menu item in order to assign it there. So we're going to say only on the amenities page. Are you going to display the text Oscar the cat? He's my cat. His name is Oscar. Okay, so we're going to click apply. This is going to create another module on the front end in the left-hand position.
Only in amenities.
What?
Only in amenities.
Oh, only in amenities. Thank you. So we go to amenities, and now there's 3 on this page.
Can you do it by category again, using cats and dogs? Let's say you want your cat information to show. You have 2 categories. One is cat. And one
You
is
can do
dog.
it like that, not with what we have installed. Write this down. It's something called Advanced Module Manager, and it's a really awesome extension. Okay. But for most people's purposes, this is going to be sufficient. You're going to say, I want it to show on this page and not on that page, and that's going to work for you. So let's say we want to move this from the left to the right. Okay? So how do we do that? I'm gonna save this. Okay, so somebody tell me how to move cats from left to the right. What do I do first? Lisa?
You would click cats,
Yes.
and then you would go to position. Then you would change it to the right.
And then I'm going to click Save or Apply. I'm going to go back to the front end. I'm going to refresh this page. Refresh it again.
It's down there.
No, it's down on the left. I want it on the right now. We just changed it to the right.
I think I'm just now getting something I didn't before. The menus actually are not, there's a home page, and then when you click on a menu item, it brings up another page that uses the same template, but it doesn't have to use that same template, does it?
No, but in most cases, your whole site's going to have the same template. It's kind of confusing if they were all different templates. For the most part, you want to stick with one template. There are exceptions, but
Is the photo gallery a module that you can show us how to put in?
photo gallery, you can have a photo gallery as a component. You can have a module that shows images from the photo gallery, and you can even have a plugin that shows images inside of an article. So we are going to get there, but we're not going to get there yet.
Is there a document gallery? So if I have a dozen PDF documents that I would like a person to be able to reference, that they can.
Yeah, there's different options for that. The one that I use the most is called DocMan. It's listed in your extensions list that we gave you. It is a paid extension, though. So there are some other options. I mean, you have to pay money to get it. So there are some other options out there. And again, this is a place where you want to go to the extensions.joomla.org and take a look. And one of the ways I like to explore extensions.joomla.org, because the search function is not so great, is you might start by typing in DocMan and pull that one up and see what category it's in. I'll show you how I do this. Yeah.
It's okay, tomorrow.
That
Person
page-
scan you and you can.
Yes.
It's not-
How much does it cost to do just one PDF or something?
It's not per PDF. The entire extension's on like $15, something like that. But there's definitely other ways to do it without using that extension. So just basically, that's one of the places you can definitely do that. We do it on lots of sites. You can create categories also for your documents. You can have Word documents as well, not just PDFs. There's lots of things you can do with PDFs, and you don't have to get that extension, but there's other things that'll do the same thing. So yes.
So for content, there's, as you said, there's these articles that we're making ourselves, which are custom articles. And then if we're trying to reference other articles that exist in Word, that are videos, that are YouTube, that are PDF, I don't know, all those kind of, those are all separate reference points that you'll explain.
First of those are different types of contents, and then you can bring them into JOOMLA various ways. Okay? So before we move to menus, do we have questions so far? Believe it or not, I'm going to walk you through that one more time. We created text about ourselves prior to coming here, hopefully, regardless of what tool we're going to use for the website. We brought it here, or we wrote it here while we were here as text, as articles, right? Then we came here, we offered you JOOMLA as a way to create a website, as a great way to manage your content. But text is only one type of content, and later on you can bring more and other types of content. We now got a really nice face to style up, if you wish, our content. And face is the template, is the front end of JOOMLA. Okay? So within the template, we have module positions. And if we want it to be as simple as we only can, if we wanted to create what's called in the industry a business card type website, business card, meaning just the simplest, you wouldn't even worry about all these modules, all these positions and anything that. You just would stick your article on the front page and that would be it. The reason why we keep bringing modules up, we want you to think of your site as an interactive tool where your users can get more information than just the text. Does that make sense?